Hello, it is producer Leon here, introing a special podcast for you. This is a Catch Them If You Can recap. This is our latest Catch Them If You Can case where we have our private investigator on the case chasing someone in Melbourne, getting to the bottom of some dodgy doings. We had Amy contact us. She was sus on her partner. So we sent Dave, our PI, out to investigate. And this is the shocking case in full. You can hear it from start to finish here. It's pretty full on, but we thought we'd put it all in one place for you to have a listen. Please enjoy. And also letting you know, of course, all identities are anonymous. Names have been changed for safety and counselling has been provided for all those relevant. So everyone is okay, but please enjoy.
Fifi, Feather, Nix. Catch them if you can.
Yes, it's back by popular demand. One of the most popular things we do, probably for a few reasons. One, it's gripping to hear somebody's private life unfold live on the radio. But two, it's also so anonymous. Nobody gets affected by this because everybody's identity is protected. We have no interest in naming and shaming. But we do have a private investigator at our disposal. We call it the FBI, the Fox Bureau of Investigation. And if anybody needs us to investigate something in their lives, we'll do it for them anonymously. We've got Dave, our private eye, and we haven't spoken to Dave for a while, so he's ready and raring to go.
It's like our own little soap opera that we get to be involved in. Oh, I love that.
Everyone's, again, anonymous. Their identities are protected with voice disguises and anonymity is paramount. So let's begin with our current case that is kicking off today. Amy. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
G'day, Ames.
Now, Amy, let's start. What would you like our private investigator to investigate? And why? What is going on?
Oh, this feels so weird, but I just really don't know about my boyfriend. We've been together for nearly 5 years.
Do you live together? Are you cohabiting?
No, that's kind of the issue. I live in an apartment, and I've said to him multiple times, hey, I think it would be great if we could, start. I feel like that's something that I want to do, and I see a future with him, so I would think that that's the next step, but he just really doesn't seem keen.
How old are you guys?
We're both 28.
Ooh, okay. So he just doesn't want to move in with you?
Yeah.
Do you think he just likes his own spaces? Or who's he live with? Does he live with family or does he live with a mate?
Yeah, he's still at home.
Oh, he's getting everything done for him.
Get rid of him.
I don't know. I think it's really sweet, the relationship that he has with his family. But sometimes I just feel like I'm not really prioritized.
So do you have an inkling? Because at the moment, and Amy, these are sort of red flags for anyone who's been with a partner for 5 years and it's not moving in the direction of building a life together. But are there other things? Are you concerned about infidelity? Are you concerned maybe he is seeing someone else?
Well, to be honest, he started to feel just distant. And I feel like I don't have the same dynamic with him anymore. When we first got together, I would call him, he'd pick up straight away, we'd talk for hours, but now it just feels like it's hard to get hold of him, and
Do you feel like he's checking out a bit?
I mean, if I'm really honest, yeah, a little bit, yeah. For the last 5 years, I guess I've thought that this is the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with.
And there's a niggly feeling that there's something you don't know.
Yeah, and you don't want to lock in and then have your heart broken later and it'd be really messy. So I thought, as scary as it is, just maybe this is a great opportunity to just figure everything out.
Get entailed.
Okay,
Yeah, perfect.
now let's start with Amy. We're obviously going to brief Dave, our private investigator. Are there any leads that he can work on? What are you thinking in terms of him tailing your boyfriend for a few days?
Well, he did start a new job recently, in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So,
Amy,
hello.
hang on. That was a vital clue that might have caused the shift in behaviour, which could be as simple as stress,
Focus,
overworked, new
Or
job.
excited by the new job.
yeah, maybe.
Is he a gym goer? Does he play sport?
Yeah, he goes to the gym like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
He used to play sport, but he doesn't anymore.
Yeah.
He's got a good bunch of mates that he
Loves
like
to
they
hang out
have
with.
Friday night with the boys, sort of thing.
Okay, well, look, Amy, I'm sort of quietly optimistic because it's nothing that I've noticed about your relationship so far.
All I've gathered is he's sick of talking on the phone for too long, which I can relate to that.
And he doesn't like to hang out with her on the weekends.
And might just need a bit of a nudge in as much as let's either lock this in and move in together, get engaged, whatever path you both want to take together. So, look, I'm quietly optimistic, but we will brief Dave, and tomorrow we'll have our first update. So Dave will start following your partner and trying to get some information as to whether or not he is as locked into the relationship as you are, Amy. So good luck. We're on this journey with you, and we'll be touching base tomorrow.
Fifi, Fev and Nix. Catch them if you can.
One of our most popular segments because it is very much like a soap opera. It's like watching Bold and the Beautiful. Everybody, remember, is anonymous. Identities are protected. But we do have our Fox Bureau of Investigation, our FBI, and our private investigator, Dave, who will do some private investigative work into your personal life if you're sus. Our new case is Amy. We met Amy yesterday. She's been with her partner for 5 years. They don't live together yet. Things have slowed right down. He started a new job 6 months ago. Bit of a change in behaviour. He's not as quick to take her calls. His texts have slowed down. Her gut is telling her maybe something shifted. Now, before she gives up or walks away, you know, at 28, particularly for women, if you are wanting to start a family and move, you want to know, is this the one I'm locking into?
The clock is ticking.
So for Amy, this is really trying to get a decisive answer. Is her partner locked in, or is there something going on that maybe she should be concerned about?
She seemed quite nervous when we finished talking to her yesterday. She was a bit hesitant, wasn't she?
Well, because sometimes you don't want to know the answers. And maybe the answers are staring you in the face.
Yeah.
And we will get to the bottom of it. So Dave, our private investigator, has been on the case for 24 hours. Morning, Dave.
Good morning, team. Good to be back with you.
Yeah,
How are you?
Dave.
Great. We've missed you, Dave. It's
Our
great.
voice.
Great to get another Catch Them If You Can in by the end of the year. Now, Dave, you've been on the case for a day. What have you surveilled? What can you feed back?
Okay, so I was able to get those initial details from Amy, basic start. So prelim check of social media, as well as LinkedIn and work website, just to get that sort of beginning lay of the land. No initial flags online, except, and as you know, team, I like to put out everything on the table so that we're analysing everything. So no, I'm not trying to create a red flag straight away. But however, one thing I will mention at the top, there was a photo on his social media that appeared to be colleagues, and there did seem to be one female cropped out of the photo at the end of that shot. Maybe innocent, but too early to rule anything in or out.
You're
at this stage.
thorough,
That's why
Dave. You are very thorough.
So he's actually taken
the
it
reason
out.
I've been doing this for a while. So
Got Cody cropped. It hurts. That poor girl.
but we'll see. It's too early, as I said. I just wanted to flag that.
Okay.
Why would you do that?
Well, it didn't fit. It's a group photo. Like, for me, that seems very innocent, but I do like that Dave is
Yeah.
conscious a female has
Jeez,
been cropped out of a photo.
I look at the other way. Don't you worry about that.
Then I moved from the digital to the physical surveillance and parked myself across from his workplace yesterday. The strange thing was that he was on the move within the first 30 minutes of monitoring him there. So I then moved to on-foot surveillance. It wasn't a quick coffee run or anything like that at the start of the workday. After 10 minutes, he went into what initially I thought was a house, but has been converted into what I believe to be a massage parlour. It had that relatively discreet signage, no neon lights, just like a brass plaque out the front and frosted windows. Now, I obviously didn't want to bring attention to myself, so I did stay outside. It all seemed legitimate. He was in there for about an hour. So, look, besides besides that question mark around the photo, I do believe this was a genuine massage that he went to get, so not a whole lot to go on from these first 24 hours, but I do want to keep an eye on that digital footprint in particular, and just so we can start zeroing in on what might be going on.
I get massages, and that does, you've just said legitimate, were other
Correct.
people coming and going, so it was like, it looked
Yes,
like,
correct.
prefer. Okay.
Correct.
So let's touch base with Amy, who's been listening. Amy, were you aware that your partner had a massage yesterday?
No,
Does he get massages?
but I just don't get why he wouldn't tell me. I specifically asked him yesterday how his day was, and he just said nothing.
So I'm going to, and Dave, you've said legitimate massage place. He's gone and got a massage. I don't think there's anything there.
In work hours as well.
I wouldn't be sus on that. It's not, it doesn't look like an illegitimate massage parlour. So do you guys talk a lot of, is that, because I know I've got friends who have got partners, Amy, that just don't tell each other mundane things, and that can be a boy thing,
drain.
a guy. I mean,
Me?
is that what he's like in general? Like, does he?
Well, I feel like we had a really good communication before, the last 6 months sort of thing. It's just, I don't even remember now. I feel like I'm just deluding myself.
Now, Ames, you heard Dave, the PI, explain about the crop on the photo.
Yeah, to be honest, while he was talking, I looked up his Instagram, and I can see the photo. And I don't know, it kind of looks like somebody from a work drinks that he invited me to.
So you know who that is that got cropped out?
To be honest, it looks like the receptionist.
Yeah, right. Now, so I would say at this point, Amy, everything here looks
Seems
fine.
okay, yeah.
There's nothing.
Okay.
You should. Do you know what I would do tonight though? I would just, if you're talking to him, or if you're seeing him, how are you?
We should
How's
go
the
get a
gym
massage.
going? Are you sore? I would go down that path. Just see if keeping massages from you is like a deliberate. I don't know why he'd keep that from you. It might just be an oversight though. I feel like this guy, I know you've been together 5 years, is just not a details man.
Yeah.
And some aren't. So at the moment, I think it's okay.
Green lights,
Amy.
Foxy.
No, I'm going to be really honest. I do think there are red flags around your relationship.
Yeah.
And that's about communication. It's about how close or intimate you're feeling, because I do feel like you're not super close. So that's a whole nother thing. But whether or not he's up to no good, I at the moment I would say no. I think he's fine. I think he's not done anything. But admittedly,
Hey, Ames, it's not
Amy,
over
it's
yet,
day
mate.
one. This is absolutely day one. Is there anything in the next day or two that that we should flag with Dave, our PI, or anything that you're conscious that's coming up?
Oh, look, I don't know, but I guess I think he mentioned that there was a boys' night again this Friday, so
Okay.
that might be worth looking into.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we do love a boys' night. For our private investigator loves a boys' night. Dave's right into that. So, okay, well, that's something we can keep in mind. Yeah, and that's the only thing, Amy. Just see if he opens up about he went to go and get a massage while he was during his work day.
Yeah.
I'd be just interested to see what his response is. So we'll touch base with you tomorrow. Dave will continue surveillance, so we'll find out tomorrow morning, another 24 hours. Is this the relationship you think it is, Amy? We will find out.
Fifi, Fev and Nix. Catch them if you can.
Yes, our new case, of course, our Fox Bureau of Investigation, our FBI. We have our private investigator at the disposal of any listeners who have something in their personal life they would like investigated. Remembering, everyone remains anonymous. Everyone's identities are protected. But we go on the journey to see if there is anything, any fire where there's some smoke. Now, Amy is our new client, and Amy came to us a few days ago with her concern for her relationship. Together for 5 years, not living together, but very committed. Her partner has just pulled away a bit, maybe not as quick to return calls or text messages. And I guess before Amy continues thinking this is the love of her life, the man she's going to settle down with. She wants to know, is there a reason why he's been a bit more distant or not necessarily feeling as committed? So we have Dave, our PI, on the case. Now, yesterday...
I think we still have to say that he lives with his parents.
Yes. Why do you think that's a big reason?
I just think that's a thing.
Do you?
Because he gets like mummy's boy, doesn't want
Saving
to...
money.
Yes, yeah.
I reckon living with parents 20 years ago, you might go mummy's boy. These days,
Yeah,
just
but you're
being
saving
smart.
money, but you've got everything done for you. Like I've got older kids that live at home. They get everything done. That could be a reason why he's, oh God, my missus wants to move in, but I'm so settled here.
But I think what we want to get to the bottom of, what's the shift? She feels like in the last 6 months, he's not as invested. So we
Yeah.
want to get an answer for her. Now, yesterday, our PI followed her partner around and he did go to get a massage. Now, we want to point out, it looked like a reputable massage place. It didn't look dodgy and all the rumours about neon signs. It didn't look like that. It looked legitimate. People were coming and going. But we were interested in the fact that he hadn't mentioned to Amy that he'd had a massage. So at the end of the day, he didn't, when she said, what did you do today? He didn't say I went for a massage.
Yeah.
So we did say to Amy, can you address that and maybe, I don't know, see if he does open up about it. So we have Amy back. Hi, Amy.
Hi, good morning.
Morning, Ames.
Amy, now let's get to the bottom of it. We saw, our private investigator saw your boyfriend go and get a massage, which he just never told you about. Have you got to the bottom of that?
Well, I took your advice and I actually managed to get him on the phone last night and we had a really great chat.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it was good. I specifically asked him like how he was going at the gym and he did actually open up and say that with the end of the year coming up and his Christmas deadlines with his new job, he was feeling tense and stressed and he went and got a massage.
Ah,
So
well
what's
done.
the secret?
And honestly, he was really sweet and he was asking how I was going and if there's anything he could do for me. And then he said that his weekend's looking kind of free, which is really, really exciting. So he has that boys' night on Friday and then, he's free to kind of hang with me. So I don't know where the lack of communication was, but it seems to be going okay.
Well, that is great. I mean, I will let you know we are only halfway through the case, though, so we are going to keep going. Unless you want to pull the pin right now, but we are about to hear an update.
I think I need to hear the update.
Okay, well, Dave, our PI, he did continue surveillance yesterday, and we have him. Are you there, Dave?
I am. Good morning, all. How are you?
Morning, Dave.
Well, great, Dave. We just heard from Amy. I mean, that is fantastic. So the massage wasn't a secret that he was keeping from her, and they've clearly had a good conversation where communication's going great. How did you go yesterday?
Other day, tracking the target at his workplace. So obviously that moment, just a slight concern about what I did see at the end of the day of his work. He was one of the last people to leave the office, and he walked out with a woman, and they were chatting. Now, it was casual and lighthearted. I need to say that, but they did spend just that fraction a little bit long outside the office together than would be called for, perhaps for a quick goodbye or a quick summary of the workday. Now, we discussed that social media photo on
Facebook
the
photo.
Yes, and the cropping of that particular woman, who Amy believed to be the receptionist at his work. Amy did send a photo of that receptionist, and I can confirm that that was the female that he was chatting with after the work day yesterday. So
Okay.
that is a person of interest. I guess with all that, obviously the whole smoke, where there is smoke, there is fire situation comes into play. A lot of smoke.
Okay, gosh, Dave.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
look, to give that context for people who aren't aware, there was a photo where there was a woman sort of cropped out of it, and that did seem odd to Dave. And that is the woman that was cropped out now seen walking in. Now, can I just come out and say, I mean, Dave's got great instincts, and you do, so you're feeling there's some smoke here, but this could be highly innocent. Are you there, Amy?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, Amy, and I've got to come from this from the perspective. No. How often, Josiah, how often do we walk to our cars together?
Yeah.
Josiah and I would stand and have a chat in the lift or out in the car park for 10, 15 minutes.
Easily, every day. People don't talk about that. But we also, I haven't cropped you out of photos for you. That's the only thing, though.
No, okay, the crop, but could the crop have been too many people?
Yeah.
Sometimes if I'm in a photo with Fev and Nick, Nick's arm's got to go. I can't crop Fev.
true. Yeah.
He'll lose his mind. So I've got to crop sometimes a little bit of Nick. You can have a very innocent exchange. So, Amy, this could be very innocent. I mean, do you know anything about this woman?
I mean, not more than that one time that I met her at drinks, but look, it's I'm just trying to stay rational. He is a talker. Like he's very social and he's a good talker, which is why he's got this amazing job. So maybe it is all innocent, and maybe it's a good thing that he's really getting on with people at his workplace. But it's hard not to spiral.
Of
But
course,
I'm just
Amy.
trying to stay positive about it.
Well, look, Dave is obviously going to continue surveillance today. And the thing is, he is just bringing the facts to the table. The truth is he has done this a lot. So he does know body language and he can pick up on things, and he's been incredible in the work he's done for us. Dave, before we let you go, do you know anything about today? What are the target's movements? What will you be doing?
Well, I think the best next step will be, Amy did mention that has a free weekend after this boys' night this weekend, so I'll be monitoring that. So it's obviously good to understand the target in a multiple range of situations. So seeing outside the work context will be really beneficial, just to see if there's any change in behaviour, and possibly if we do see him with this particular target at work or otherwise, that will be really helpful as well. So just tracking him over a weekend outside of work will be my next step.
Thank you, Dave. Well, Amy, we'll have an update for you Monday. And I've got to be honest, the boys' night. Any woman who's ever been in a relationship would love to know what actually goes on a boys' night. Is it even just a boys' night? So let's find out
What are you
what
looking at me
this
for?
boys' night is all about, and we will reveal all on Monday.
Fifi, Fev and Nix. Catch them if you can.
Yes, catch them if you can. One of our most popular segments, backed by very popular demand. People keep asking me about our previous cases.
All the time.
And we do stay in touch with the people that we've done the investigation on the behalf of, because as you would remember, sometimes they're hearing information that's not great. And we are there with counsellors and help, because that's what the whole point of this is. Private investigators are expensive, and if you are unsure of something going on in your personal life and you would like some answers, we can provide that to you. And Amy came to us last week. Amy is in a relationship of 5 years. They are not married or living together, but she's hoping that is the direction the relationship's going in. Her partner started a new job about 6 months ago, and is just feeling more distant than ever. There's not as many phone calls, text messages, and I guess Amy just wants a bit of clarity. Is there something she can't see? Is there something going on? And is it worth investing in this relationship? So she has been, with the help of our private investigator, Dave, going on this Catch Them If You Can journey with us. Let's touch base with Amy. Hi, Amy.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Amy, how was your weekend? Any observations from you? Any I guess, feelings or updates you've got?
Well, it was a really lovely Saturday. We actually spent most of the day together.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, we went out for brunch, and then he hung out at mine for a couple of hours. We went to get some drinks with some mutual friends of ours. And honestly, it was like our relationship at its best.
Well, I'm so happy for you, Amy. I'm also happy for our private investigator, because that would make life a lot easier for him.
easy.
Just watching
Yeah.
you both together. Well, that's great.
Honestly, it was so hard not to let on that I had Dave.
Watching
You guys?
Yeah.
Amy, I've such a good feeling about this, and I've said this to you from the beginning. My gut instinct is that maybe you've just distance, the relationship's experienced a bit of emotional distance, but really there's probably nothing going on other than a guy's caught up in his new job and maybe stress, and those things can be at play. So let's now touch base with Dave, private investigator Dave. Morning.
Good morning, all. How are you?
Morning,
Good.
Dave.
Well, it sounds from Amy's perspective like it was quite an easy weekend for you, just watching the target and your client getting along quite well.
Absolutely. Look, it is positive to hear that from Amy. And as I said last week, it's very helpful to see a target in as many different contexts as possible. So this free weekend allowed us to, to have a chance to see if he strays with time on his hands. We did have a bit of an idea of his online and work persona prior to this weekend.
I do want to get to the bottom of this Friday night drinks with the boys.
There were about 6 or 7 of them that all convened at a local establishment. Now, initially, I was worried as I saw the group heading in the general vicinity of an area that is known for being debaucherous, but they ended up going to an innocent pub for a couple of pints and then called it an early night. And we know that he spent the Saturday with Amy, but it is that Sunday that I just want to zero in on. I suppose that there was one part of this weekend that I just wanted to talk you through. The target on the Sunday morning set from his parents' house around 9 a.m. And he drove about an hour right down the coast, outside any areas we've monitored him previously. He pulled up to a house that didn't go right inside. He was looking around the side of the house, picking up some fallen branches. He looked inside a couple of wheelie bins before he went into the property for about 20 minutes or so. He then proceeded to walk out of the property with some storage containers, got back in the car, and then travelled to a nearby petrol station. And it would appear there that he had 2 sausage rolls, chucked them down for the commute back. So this property need to do a bit more investigation around whose property it is, what the property is. I'm not sure whether there's anything that Amy might be able to join the dots with there, but that was just some movement on that Sunday morning that I just needed to flag, because it is outside his usual operation.
Could be a family holiday house, Dave.
My first instinct is holiday house. I guess we go to Amy direct.
Yeah.
Amy, hi.
Hi, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot to mention. He's got a family Airbnb that he takes care of.
Ah, well, that
go.
makes perfect sense.
No, I help with the admin, and I can't even, because he did say on Saturday that he had to leave, and I was early and I was confused. But of course it was the Airbnb.
Oh, do you know what? Because Dave, as you were going on, I'm like, oh no, not another girlfriend, not a woman, and then I was thinking best case scenario, a holiday house, and it was.
Yeah.
Okay, well that makes sense.
I knew nothing was going on, because you don't, after you go visit someone, and you don't have 2 sausage rolls afterwards. There's no way you eat the sausage rolls.
This helps a lot. No, this is the first I'm hearing of this Airbnb, so this definitely helps a lot.
There we go. Okay, well that makes some sense. Any more thoughts about? Well, obviously he's not back. It wasn't work over the weekend, but you'll be surveilling today, because the issue we haven't really resolved is the relationship with the receptionist at work, who has been cropped out of a photo on his social media, and he has walked to the car and had some chats with after work. So that's something that could be very innocent, and probably is, but we know you'll be surveilling today, Dave, his day at work. So it's all going really well at the moment, though. Amy, you must be happy so far?
Yeah, I'm happy so far. Obviously there are still questions that need to be answered, but, well, I might be overthinking it, and I'm really not sure, but she left on several times on Saturday night just to take like a phone call, and then he just eventually just turned his phone off. Do you think there could be anything in that?
I'll be monitoring that.
Great. And I'm hoping this all goes well. So, Dave, thank you so much. We will be touching base with you tomorrow and seeing if there are any updates.
Fifi, Fev and Nix. Catch them if you can.
Yes, catch them if you can. We're halfway through a case. And Amy came to us. Remember, not her real name. Everyone's identity is protected when we use our private investigator in the Fox Bureau of Investigation, the FBI. Amy, been with her partner for 5 years. They do not live together. But she has been feeling of late, maybe the last 6 months, she's been feeling distant from her partner. He has started a new job. That might be the distraction. And over the last few days, Dave, our PI, has been tailing her partner and surveilling what he does. We saw an innocent trip to a massage clinic. It seemingly was very innocent. So I go to massage places a lot.
Yeah, of course.
Are they good?
Always innocent, yes, and innocent. Then there is a work colleague, the receptionist at his new workplace, and there was a photo that she was cropped out of on his Facebook, so the question mark over why was she cropped, and also he has walked her to the car and they've had long chat at the car. This may all be innocuous. So we're yet to see a smoking gun. We do have Dave, our private investigator, who has surveilled Amy's partner for the last 24 hours. Morning, Dave. What is your update?
So yesterday, the tracking was of the target from his parents' house to his workplace. So he did take a different route from the other days that I have tracked him on that same home to work commute. And strangely enough, he pulled over twice and he appeared to be talking on the phone through his car speaker system. He then entered the workplace and spent the entire day in there, as he has in previous days. I saw the receptionist arrive, that receptionist that we have marked down as a person of interest. She was dropped off by someone who appears to be her boyfriend or partner. So their behaviour between those two was much more affectionate and intimate than anything I'd seen between her and for example. So
it's great
I
news.
Boo.
I always thought that was innocent.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so, based on this, no sort of unusual interaction. I can be confident at this stage we can rule out the receptionist as a person of interest.
I think, Dave, it's going so well.
when?
This poor guy, Amy, has thought something's going on. I think he's just doing his business.
Yeah. He's busy.
Staying at his parents' and he goes to work.
Doesn't want to move in with
There
her.
was also, Dave, we did identify that they have, he has an Airbnb.
This Airbnb has come up as perhaps something of interest for me, and I would like to run this through because Amy may be able to shed some light for us on what might be happening. With that idle time that I had, I decided to go through the Airbnb bookings. Amy, who manages this Airbnb with, was able to provide me with those logins. I just wanted to see if there were any leads there, and something did catch my eye. So every couple of weeks, there are these one-night bookings, and they stand out from the regular multi-night bookings that usually occur at that property. Now, all of the bookings separately are under different names. In my line of business, they're typically indicators of something going on, and so worth checking out for me. And I did notice that there's actually one of these bookings for this evening, so I'm going to go down and see if any familiar faces turn up or any strange activity is occurring.
So, Dave, you're saying, it seems like a regular one-night stay that's booked in, but it's under different names.
Yes.
You're good. This is why you are a private investigator, because I would just think, but the more I think
that's
about
what Amy
it.
does. Amy does the book, so she'd just see a random name and not even think twice about it.
But to be fair,
Yeah.
that could just be
Someone
somebody.
staying for a night.
Yeah, even if it might be somebody using the Airbnb for shenanigans, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's got anything to do with Amy's partner. Dave, thank you for that update. We've got Amy who's been listening. Hi, Amy.
Morning, guys.
G'day, Ames.
Amy, let's focus in on the Airbnb, because we all got a bit concerned the other day when Dave had followed your boyfriend and he did go to this house that it looked like he was very familiar with and he was taking the rubbish out, and then when you said, oh, that's the family's Airbnb, we were like, oh, what a relief. That makes perfect sense. But are you aware of a regular booking that's a one night, like a 24-hour booking?
Not consistently regularly. Every couple of weeks something pops up, but I've never really thought about it because, why would he use an Airbnb that I manage to?
But do you know what, Amy? I think we're getting ahead of ourselves because we're not even inferring he's using it. This is why we love Dave and he gets to the bottom of things. But at this point, that's just somebody booking the Airbnb. I personally think this is fine. I don't think there's anything to this. But obviously, if this regular booking is tonight, Dave will be there.
Well,
and
this evening is not going to be contactable. He said he's going to be at work late.
Whoa, okay, yep. Hey, and if this was I'm just jumping ahead a little bit, and if is using this Airbnb right under the nose of his missus, because Ames is all over this place. She manages it. She'd see the names of the comings and goings all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that is some pretty...
Yeah, but again, just to remember,
just saying,
I know, but
just thinking that-
our private investigator has said they're different names for this
Different
regular
names.
booking.
Yeah, you just
so
make up
this,
names.
But this could have nothing to do with your
100%.
partner, Amy. So don't look. It is not a great coincidence that your partner's also not contactable tonight.
Yeah, that makes a big
How
issue.
often does he tell you he's not contactable?
Well, I guess, like, once in a blue moon, I guess. Well, his job, they're all really committed. So, I mean, it makes sense that he would need to work late. I'm so sure I'm just jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, Amy, there is honestly, as you said, your partner goes down, he cleans it, he preps it for guests. I think this is all fine. I still think this might be our most positive case of Catch Them If You Can, but hold tight, Amy, because tomorrow we'll definitely have an answer, because private investigator Dave will be at the Airbnb to see what's going on there tonight. So we'll have an answer for you on that tomorrow.
Thank you.
Fifi, Fev and Nix. Catch them if you can.
Catch them if you can. Now, I've been nervous the last 24 hours because this, for me, was an update that I think would put this case to bed. Amy came to us and she wanted to use a private investigator to get to the bottom of what's going on in her relationship. She and her partner have been together for 5 years. They don't live together, but she has noticed in the last 6 months just a distance. She doesn't feel, I don't know, that the relationship's where it was. She's curious as to, is there something going on that she can't see? And that's when people do turn to private investigators to get to the bottom of things in their personal life or their professional life. And it's seemingly been going really well. And I've said this from the beginning, you know, it may just be that her partner is caught up at work, new job, stressed, and that can change the dynamic of a relationship.
I love your positivity.
There was a suggestion that there was a closeness to a receptionist that he would walk to the car with and have a chat with.
They got put to bed.
That was
Just mates.
just mates. That seems to be going fine. Then there was a boys' night, innocuous again. Nothing happened to the boy. Just him hanging out with his mates. Perfect. He's at the moment he's a perfect boyfriend. Then our private investigator Dave followed him down to near Geelong Torquay Lawn, and he stopped at a home where he was cleaning up rubbish, and it looked like, what's going on here? We all found out a family Airbnb. This has all made sense so far. Now, where we left it yesterday, our private investigator Dave did go into the history of the Airbnb and noticed there were regular weekly or fortnightly 24, like one night bookings. And in his experience, that is a bit odd, and it was very regular. Different
Halfway
names
house sort of
though.
thing.
Well, that could be anyone booking the Airbnb for one night. Why does that have to be Amy's boyfriend? So again, I don't think there's anything to see here. But last night there was the booking. Dave, our PI, was surveilling the Airbnb.
An old mate was uncontactable.
Well, Amy did say that her boyfriend had said he's working and probably won't be contactable that night. Again, I think this is all coincidence, but let's get straight to it. We do have our wonderful private investigator, Dave, on the line. Hey, Dave.
Good morning, all. Good morning.
Morning, Dave. Okay, what is the update today?
So I can confirm that did take his car straight from work last night down to the Airbnb. He arrived around 8:30 p.m. Initially, I was slightly confused with some immediate behaviour, as he didn't park his car on the property. He instead went for on-street parking, and he walked into the house from a side entrance. Now, I did notice a little ring camera at the front door. Seen this behaviour before when there is a camera positioned at the front of the house, and people, need to uphold an alibi. So I marked that down and continued to watch. 25 minutes later, a red hatchback parked behind a car on the street, and a woman about his age got out of the car. she did move pretty quickly, so it was hard to get a reasonable photo of her entering the property at that time. I stayed there, and at around 9:30 p.m, a food delivery was dropped off. Again, the delivery driver used the side door. I couldn't, because of where I was situated, I couldn't see who picked it up. But from that point, there was absolutely no movements until around 1:30 a.m, when I did observe walking the woman back to her car before getting into his.
No, Dave. Oh,
So,
dear. Okay.
it was then I was able to capture a photo of the two, which I have sent to Amy. Has his arm around the unknown woman, and it wasn't just a quick hi and bye. There was some real intimacy there. So I do wonder if Amy knows the woman in that photo.
Dave, thank you for the update. We now have to turn to poor Amy, who has heard that. Amy, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Oh, Amy, are you okay?
I feel sick.
Oh, Amy, I am speechless because I didn't see that coming. I honestly did not think there was anything going on here, Amy. That doesn't make sense to you. That's not a sister. Well, obviously there was quite a bit of intimacy at the car, so clearly not. Oh,
No,
Amy.
No, I've just got the photo from Dave.
Do you know who it is? Have you seen that person before?
Yeah, I do.
Is it somebody you know well, Amy?
Yeah.
Oh, do you know what? Why don't we just pause this? Let's just pause this, Amy. This is a lot for you to take on. I'm not even in the relationship, but the journey I've been on with you for the past week, I'm shocked. So I can't even imagine how you're feeling, Amy. We're just going to leave you there, and let's talk to you off air, just so I can. We'll come back. Thank you again, Dave. Obviously, this is the tough part of the job. And let's go and have a talk with Amy off air.
Fifi, Fev and Nix. Catch them if you can.
Catch them if you can. Look, it is one of our most popular and compelling segments, and we do it because we do get asked by so many people, not only who want to hear it, but also who want to get access to our private investigator. We've got our Fox Bureau of Investigation and anyone who's dealing with things in their personal life. More often than not, it is relationships. And Amy came to us a few weeks ago and was sus on her partner for 5 years. They don't live together, but in the last 6 months, she just felt he pulled away a bit of distance between them. And I have to be honest, over the past week, every daily report our private investigator has brought us, I have thought, no, this is fine. There was no, smoking gun. It just seemed like this was a guy distracted at work. We were worried about the receptionist. No, that was all innocent. And then there was the Airbnb that Amy and her boyfriend managed together. And he was spending a bit of time down there, but it was cleaning it. Then yesterday, if you missed it, Dave did follow Amy's boyfriend to the Airbnb. And 25 minutes later, a woman in a red hatchback got out of the Airbnb and they were in there till about 1:30 a.m. And there was photos of clear intimacy as Amy's partner walked this woman to her car. A terrible, an awful result in so many ways and so painful. We obviously heard this yesterday with Amy, and for Amy to experience this, it's horrible. Amy, we've got you back. How are you today, Amy?
Look, I've been better.
You poor thing. And now you've been able to speak to our psychologist. We have psychologist and a counsellor to help through these times, because unfortunately this isn't the first time this has happened and we've had this outcome. Amy, you had that inkling. You thought something wasn't right.
Honestly, I've never felt so betrayed. Because I have my suspicions about deep down, I honestly believed nothing was going on, and it's made worse by the fact that the girl he was with at the Airbnb...
Because you've seen them, obviously, PI took the photos and sent you the photo, and yesterday you were too distraught to talk to us about it, understandably, but you said that you recognised her, the woman in the photos?
Yeah, she's one of my best friends.
No, Amy.
Oh.
Amy. Your friend or like a mutual one that both of you are friends with?
No, mine that I went to high school with.
Oh.
Amy.
Dang.
Have you ever suspected anything between them?
No, like, he gets on fine with my friends, but like, I never expected anything like this.
That is, of all people.
It's a double betrayal, Amy. One of your best friends from high school. Oh, Amy. Oh, I can't even imagine what you must be going through. You've had the 24 hours since we spoke to you. Have you spoken to him? Have you reached out to her?
Honestly, I haven't been able to do anything yet. I've just been in shock.
Of course, Amy, and you know what? We've known you for a week now, and you're on the voice disguiser, and people can't actually hear your real voice, but you have come across as the nicest, sweetest girl. Like, I can't believe this has happened to you. Like, of all the people we've had on Catch Them If You Can, I kept thinking you can't get hurt because it's not a mean bone in your body, and the fact that you've now been betrayed by your partner and one of your best friends, Amy, this is so unfair. We're just so sorry about this, Amy, and the only thing is, and I always say this when this unfortunate outcome happens, better to know than not know, Amy. Like, you were thinking, is this the man you're going to marry, have kids with? I think this is an answer that hurts terribly, but really is what you need.
I'm so sure that over time I'll be so grateful that that it came out now rather than later, but it just hurts so much now.
Oh, of course it does. Amy, you just take a deep breath, and this is a real reset for you, and you're better off. You will be much better off without this guy. So we're so sorry this happened to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's what we do here at The Fox, provide answers for our listeners. And if you want a private investigator, Fifi Feathernick, they are very expensive. You can register right now, fox.com.au. Catch them if you can. It'll be back.